Hello everybody, I am Shomokanti Giri. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to discuss a very important topic for your GPAT 2021. Okay, we will discuss today about penicillin. See, uh, in this video we are going to discuss this chapter through two parts. One is your one is your theory portion, and another is your MCQ. Okay, we will solve some MCQ after this lecture. Okay, in this video we will also discuss some MCQ. See, what is penicillin? Penicillin is an antibiotic. All of you know that it also has, this is the structure of your penicillin. Okay, see, three distinct parts are there. One is your side chain, another is your thiazolidine ring, and the last one is your beta lactam ring. See, these are means the side chain is attached through the amide linkage. Okay, this is very important. And another important point regarding the structure, regarding the structure of the penicillin is your 6-amino penicillinic acid. What is 6-amino penicillinic acid? 6-amino penicillinic acid is your penicillin nucleus minus the side chain. I mean, this is the side chain. Okay, apart from this, whole structure is known as your 6-amino penicillinic acid, and it is important. Okay, then coming to the next one. See, penicillin molecule is unstable in nature, that is why it must be converted into some salts, sodium or potassium salts, to increase the stability of the parent acid. Okay, then coming to the next one, what is the mode of action of this penicillin molecule? See, penicillin molecule, penicillin actually does the cell wall inhibition. Okay, it inhibits the cell wall synthesis of the bacteria, and its target enzyme is your transpeptidase. There is an enzyme known as the transpeptidase which actually is responsible for the cross-linking of the bacterial cell wall, and penicillin actually inhibits this transpeptidase. Okay, so here is also another enzyme, another protein which is important regarding your action of penicillin, that is penicillin binding protein. Penicillin actually binds in on this enzyme, Okay, sorry, it's a protein, it's a binding protein. Penicillin binds with this protein, and after that it inhibits the transpeptidase, and cell wall deficiency happens. Okay, and after that the cell dies. Okay, cell dies, Okay, this is the mechanism of action. See, penicillin binds with your penicillin binding protein, and after that it inhibits the transpeptidase, and inhibition of the transpeptidase leads to the cell wall deficient version of the bacteria, and after that the bacteria dies. Okay, then coming to the point, sensitivity. What is the sensitivity of the penicillin? Means the which organisms, which bacteria are sensitive to penicillin. See, generally gram positive bacteria are sensitive to the penicillin G or penicillin S. Penicillin G or benzyl penicillin. Okay, why? I mean, why the gram positive bacteria are sensitive? Why not the gram negative? See, the gram positive bacterial cell wall is almost entirely made up of peptidoglycan, whereas the cell wall of the gram negative bacteria is made up of lipoprotein and peptidoglycan. Okay, see, penicillin binding protein is very much essential. Okay, penicillin must bind on this enzyme. Okay, in case of gram negative bacteria, this enzyme this protein is dipped inside the lipoprotein barrier, and it is very much difficult for PNG, I mean penicillin G or benzyl penicillin, to penetrate the cell wall of the gram negative bacteria. Okay, that is the reason why gram positive bacteria are susceptible and gram negative bacteria are not susceptible to penicillin G. or benzyl penicillin. Next, coming to the point, bacterial resistance. See, penicillinase enzyme is there. Bacteria produce this enzyme penicillinase, and that penicillinase enzyme inhibits the destroys the structure of the penicillin and inhibits the pharmacological action of the penicillin. Okay, see, this is the structure of the penicillin, and this is the bond, CN bond, which is destroyed by the penicillinase enzyme. Okay, after that, the penicillin enzyme, penicillin molecule loses its pharmacological activity. Okay, so that is the point. Then coming to the adverse effect. What are the adverse effect of penicillin G or benzyl penicillin? See, the most important adverse effect is your Jarisch-Herxheimer reaction. It is very important. Oftenly it is asked in your exam. Then next adverse effect point is your hypersensitivity reaction. Okay. Then coming to the classification. Okay. See, different classifications are there. Okay. This is very important. This is very important. See, first is your acid resistant alternative to penicillin G. I mean acid resistant penicillin. All of you know that phenoxymethyl penicillin or penicillin V is your acid resistant penicillin. Okay. Number 2 is the penicillinase resistant penicillin. Methicillin is your example, and cloxacillin, dicloxacillin. See, here is a distinct difference between methicillin and dicloxacillin. See, methicillin is not acid resistant. Dicloxacillin is your acid resistant as well as your penicillinase resistant. What is penicillinase? Penicillinase is an enzyme that is secreted by the majorly that is secreted by the gram positive bacteria, and that destroy the structure of the penicillin molecule. Okay, and that is how it inhibits the action of the penicillin. Okay, understand? See, after that, extended spectrum of penicillins are coming. Okay, in this category we will find that aminopenicillin is there, carboxypenicillin and uridopenicillins are there. Okay, ampicillin, bacampicillin, amoxicillin, these are the example of the aminopenicillins, and carbonicillin is the example of the carboxypenicillin, and piperacillin, meslocillin. Okay, these are the example of the uridopenicillin. Okay, then coming to the next point, beta lactamase inhibitor. See, beta lactamase is an enzyme which is secreted by the several bacteria. Okay, which is secreted by several bacteria, and that is having some effect like penicillin H. Okay, it also inhibit the it also destroys the structure of the penicillin molecule and inhibits its action. Okay, inhibits its action. That is why we have to use beta lactamase inhibitor. Okay, clavulanic acid is there, sulbactam, tazobactam, these are the example of the beta lactamase inhibitor. Okay, then coming to the specific drug profile, this slide is very, very important. Okay, see, ampicillin is coming under your extended spectrum penicillin, and it is aminopenicillin. It is one type of aminopenicillin. See, it is active against gram positive bacteria plus some extent gram negative bacteria. Okay, food interferes with its absorption. Okay, food interferes with its absorption. Okay, then diarrhea is frequent. It is the adverse effect of the ampicillin. Okay, ampicillin. Okay, then coming to the amoxicillin. See, amoxicillin is modified form of ampicillin. Modified form means it is better than ampicillin. It is having better effect than ampicillin. See, it does not, amoxicillin does not interfere with food. Okay, first thing. The second thing is that diarrhea is not frequent in this case. Okay, diarrhea is not frequent in this case. Okay, then coming to the most important point, the point that amoxicillin is not a prodrug of ampicillin. Okay, then carbonicillin. See, the most important point regarding carbonicillin is that Pseudomonas aeruginosa is inhibited by carbonicillin. Okay, see, Pseudomonas aeruginosa is not inhibited by all other penicillins. Okay, it is not inhibited by all other penicillins. It is inhibited only by carbamazepine. Okay. Then clavulanic acid. Okay, it is coming under in your which class? It is coming under in your beta lactamase inhibitor category. Okay, beta lactamase inhibitor category. Okay. Then clavulanic acid has a beta lactam ring, but no antibacterial activity of its own. It is very important. It is very important. Then it inhibits a wide variety of beta lactamase produced by the both gram positive and gram negative bacteria. See, class 2 to class 5, it is important, keep in mind. And class 1 cephalosporin is not inhibited by this drug. Okay, it is important. Then coming to the most important slide regarding this chapter. See, the use, penicillins are not so much used today. Okay, nowadays it is not so much used, but there are specific some use are there, like your syphilis. Penicillin G is the first line drug in case of syphilis. Okay, benzyl penicillin is also used nowadays. Okay, for syphilis. Then gonorrhea. See, gonorrhea is of two types. Okay, one is your non-penicillinase producing and another is your penicillinase producing. In case of non-penicillinase producing, ampicillin and amoxicillin is the first line drug of the gonorrhea. Okay, then H. pylori infection. In case of H. pylori infection, amoxicillin is mostly used. Okay, then urinary tract infection. See, here is also ampicillin and amoxicillin, both are used in case of urinary tract infection, and these both are also used for respiratory tract infection. See, this slide is very important, and maximum question from this chapter comes the use. Okay, because maximum people know that penicillin is not used nowadays, but in case of syphilis, penicillin G is the first line drug nowadays, and in case of gonorrhea, ampicillin, amoxicillin, both are also used. Okay, this is the important thing. Then coming to the question portion. Okay, see, the first question is the what is PARC nucleotide? Okay, what is PARC nucleotide? You can see that 4 options are there. One is UDP N-acetyl muramic acid, next is UDP N-acetyl glucosamine, next is transpeptidase, and the last option is A and B. See, UDP N-acetyl muramic acid is known as PARC nucleotide. Why it is known as PARC nucleotide? See, it's the ingredient, it's a component of bacterial cell wall, UDP N-acetyl muramic acid, and one component is also there in your bacterial cell wall, another is UDP N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay, so UDP N-acetyl muramic acid was found by PARC in 1957. After that, it is known as PARC nucleotide. Okay, then coming to the next question, Jarry-Saxma reaction is an important adverse reaction of which of the following antibiotic? Very important question, very important question. All of you know that penicillin is having such kind of adverse drug reaction. Okay, I have told you that in this slide. Jarry-Saxma reaction is the adverse reaction of your penicillin. Okay, then coming to the next question, porin channel present in which type of bacteria? See, gram positive bacteria does not have porin channel, gram negative bacteria have porin channel. Okay, gram negative bacteria have porin channel. See, extended spectrum of penicillins, how they work? Okay, how they work? They actually extended spectrum of penicillin actually travels inside the cell wall of the gram negative bacteria through your porin channel. Okay, it is very important in case of gram negative bacteria. Then coming to the next one, penicillinase resistant penicillin is which of the following penicillin antibiotic is penicillinase resistant penicillin? See, this is a direct question coming from your classification section. Okay, you must have to solve this question because it's a direct question. Okay, See, penicillinase resistant penicillin is methicillin. Methicillin is your penicillinase resistant penicillin. Then coming to the fifth question, what is beta lactamase inhibitor? Beta lactamase inhibitor is, it's also a direct question coming from your classification section, okay, and the answer will be clavulanic acid. These are direct question. These all are not tricky question, but the tricky question is your Porin channel. The tricky question is your Jerry-Saxman reaction, okay. Then coming to the next question, which of the following is false about amoxicillin? This is very important and this is a very tricky question, okay. False, keep in mind that which is false about amoxicillin. See, food does not interfere with its absorption, it's a right point, food does not interfere with it. Then it's not a prodrug, it's also important. Then it is a prodrug of the ampicillin, it is false, okay, it's not a prodrug of the ampicillin. Then coming to the last question, which penicillin is active against Pseudomonas aeruginosa? It's also a very, very important question, okay. I have told you that only one penicillin is there known as carbenicillin, okay. It is active against Pseudomonas aeruginosa, not other penicillin are active against it, okay. So this is the end of our lecture regarding penicillin, okay. Hope all of you learned, okay. Please like the video and subscribe the channel, okay. Thank you.